Hey, what's up everybody? It's Matt from Rocky's War Room, and today I have another Let's Build video for you. This time it's an English timber frame timber barn by Sarrisa Precision. I'm going to be using this in my English Civil War battles, and I'll possibly use this also for my World War II stuff as well. Kind of like a barn, a farm. I've got a bunch of farm animals I'm going to paint up and stuff like that, and I can use that for this. It's probably very outdated for World War II, but I could still use it just because to throw something else out there. But we're going to go ahead and open this up. And it's a 28 millimeter building. I love Sarrisa Precision stuff. Oh, it's very simple to put together. The instructions are fairly clear, and their stuff just looks good. The etching, like the brick and stuff like that, as you can see in these walls here. The top sheet is the instructions. Looks like we have some door pieces that will swing open, which is awesome. And they have some, looks like some cardboard piece of some kind. Possibly, no, yes. Usually when it's highlighted like that, it's a piece of cardboard. I guess not. Cool. Anyway, so the instructions, and we have the sprues, if you will. Looks like this first one, we have our doors that we just looked at. Oh no, I see. It's highlighted because there's a piece that it shows you how the piece goes in. Excellent. So, well, these are just going to pop out. So we're going to go ahead and just pop those out. Now it looks like here, these two pieces pop out here because we have the doors on this frame right here. So typically you don't want to pop them out like I am. These are coming out pretty easy. Uh-oh, there's a piece that came off there. Oh, that's the top part supposed to come off. Normally you don't want to pop these off. That's the door right there. You really don't want to pop these off the way I'm doing. I'm going to take a sharp knife to them. I just dropped this. Hang on, sorry. So we have our outer walls and our doors right here. These will pop out. You really, you'll get these little stragglers here, and you want to actually prep those by sanding them. So I'm not going to need those for a little bit. So since that was popping out, oh, these are popping out too. What do you say? All right, another door frame piece. And these pieces here for the roof. Keep those separate. And looks like we have the inner part of the barn, which is cool. We got a couple more doors here. And we got the main base and the middle pieces for the barn here. And this must be the roof. Well, it's stuck to it. So there is the roof. That's actually a pretty big barn. That's going to be really cool sitting on the table. I'll have to get this painted pretty quickly. But those are the pieces. That's what comes in the kit. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the tools I use to put this together. And then I will build it in its entirety, tell you what troubles I've had, and we'll have a completed built barn. So I'll be back in a minute. All right, there you have it. There is the timber barn, the English timber barn, timber frame barn, which is pretty awesome. We're going to spin it around here. And the roof fits on nice and neat. I got to be really careful because it's still the roof's still kind of drying. But that's the timber barn. It's pretty awesome looking. I'm really excited for this. I'm gonna have to paint this up pretty quickly so I can get this on my table. So just a couple things that I had trouble with. You probably saw it in the fast forward part. The doors, as far as the doors go, you got to make sure that when you put on the panels to the doors, these panels have 2 millimeters on the bottom of clearance. As you can see clearly in the instructions here, there's a long edge and a short edge here. You want the long edge facing up towards the ceiling, and you want the short edge with 2 millimeters clearance. That way, when you glue the frame that's right here onto the door panel, you're leaving enough room for the door to swing at the bottom, and you're also leaving enough room at the top for it to be flush with the roof here. I've got to do a little sanding because I still left those notches there on the door frame, and they'll fit just nice. Another quick tip on this too, it describes in the instructions this piece right here on the top of the door. You want to place that on both the panels and then lean the door in and pop this in. And when you glue it, just put some glue in the center before you pop it in. That helps. And maybe a little glue on the sides, but try really hard to avoid the holes where the doors are, obviously. So we got that. And on the frame of the house, so the inside frame here, I struggled, just because of glue dry time, I struggled putting these two pieces on right here, onto this little frame right here. May I make a recommendation? Glue these pieces on first to these two long pieces, then glue these triangle pieces on so you can set it down, let it dry completely, and then put these outer panels on. I did reinforce this with a little bit of super glue, just to make sure it's nice and sturdy and tight, after I was done with all the wood glue and let the wood glue dry. Now, as far as these little panels here, same situation I had waiting for glue to dry. I had a little bit of tough time, dry time on this too. Just make sure you get the frame underneath this frame, and there's another back piece here. Glue them on, let them completely dry, then put your panels on, and then glue it to this base. And do one at a time, obviously, when you're gluing. Okay, I let all the wood glue dry, and then I did some super glue just to reinforce it, to make it a little bit stronger. The wood glue would probably be enough, but I like to combine the two because I find that sometimes with just wood glue, if you accidentally drop it, I know probably a bunch of people jumped when I did that, but if you accidentally drop it, a lot of times that super glue holds a little bit better. I've noticed that. I've dropped buildings. I'm clumsy when I play. I've dropped roofs on the ground, and the super glue just held it together, just a little bit extra strength to the roof itself. Because this is the piece that's going to be coming off. This is the piece that's going to be staying on your table. So, but it looks like for the most part it has dried enough, and we'll give you a look. As you can see, it fits on nice and snug. It's got all that timber. The doors open fine. Just a pretty awesome building. So I can't wait to put this on my gaming table. It's pretty cool. I'm going to use it for, I know it's probably not perfect and proper for World War II, but it might be. You never know. They might have come across an old barn or something along those lines with some, that some old farmer's using for his cattle or something like that. I don't know. But I'll get multiple uses out of this for sure. Even some of my modern games I can use this for. So that's all I got for you guys. Thanks for sticking with me. I really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Please tell a friend. Please spread the word for me. I'd really appreciate that. And leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. If you got any questions about this building, on how it goes together and what I did, don't hesitate to put it in the comments. I answer all my comments pretty fast. So last but not least, from me to you, ta-ta, and we'll catch you in the next video.